So I'll make another video here and just a little update from how things have been going. This is the second day with no methadone for me, and just doing the tea. So I know it's not like something special because, you know, in a sense you're doing the tea, right, you think, but at the same time you got to remember that the way methadone works in your brain, it kind of like, there's a good video on YouTube you can watch how it blocks your receptors like a lock, a key in a lock. So then when you take the seed tea, the methadone's already sitting in the lock. So when you take the other opiates, they kind of just bounce off. They don't really bind to the receptor, right? So that's why this bridge kind of sucks like it does. It hurts still, even though you're putting opiates in your system. You got to use a little more than you usually would, but you got to find that balance yourself, right? So I find myself doing more tea than I should be, but then I remember how the methadone works. That's why if you were ever on methadone and tried to get high, you couldn't get high the same way, because like as when you were before the methadone. It's because of how it binds in your brain, right? So you can't use recreational drugs. That's how they designed it. They designed it deliberately to have a half-life that lasts like that, right? That's why even this bridge, it's gonna take a bit. Like, I'll have to probably do the seeds for like probably at least 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks before the methadone's like pretty much out of there. And like I hear other people go up to like 78 days and they're like, well, I still feel getting this and that, and like this feeling, that feeling. I don't know if that's like psychological or if it's actually the methadone still in there, because I know last time I withdrawal, from it, it was a long time. I was on a long time. Like, it was over a month, right? So that's just something to keep in mind. So I just keep that number 30 days in my head. Hopefully it's a little less than that, but you know, expect the worst. So that's just how you gotta look at it. So when the best happens, you're good to go. But yeah, so far, like the main thing, my legs hurt like a motherfucker. Like I was doing morphine. Like I know when you do different types of drugs, like you get different symptoms because it's different strength of opiates. That's why they're different, right? Different chemistry for your brain, so they affect differently, different half-lives, different things. But with morphine, you get the Jimmy legs, right? The restless legs more than you would with like Dilatas or something. Right? It'd be something else. Dilatas would make you sweat more, right? Depending on the individual too. Maybe everything makes your fucking legs jump. I don't know. Fuck. Who knows? I just know me. Right? But yeah, my legs are hurting like a motherfucker and sweating like you get that dirty skin crawling feeling, you know, like your skin is just fucking falling off you, but it's not, right? Because that would suck, right? But yeah, you get these fucking weird feelings, you know, and the weird thoughts that never stop. But we all know what that is, right? It's that whole mind trick. So you give up and go back to doing the other things, but that's the whole reason for this, right? So yeah, I'm just doing my second tea here. I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning. It is, I don't know how to fucking use this. It's almost 9 o'clock now, 10 to 9. So I've done one big tea this morning. Felt okay after, but then after about an hour, my legs started hurting again. So just gonna do another one here, and you know, my pupils are still pretty big, so it shows that even though it's doing something, it's not going deep, so that's good, right? Because I want to minimize how much I use, because I got a big journey ahead of me, right? The whole point of this is so when I go to Africa, I'm not dependent on this bullshit anymore, right? And if I can taper down low enough that I can use the seeds that are there to finish it off, and then do the withdrawal with her, we're good. If not, I'll just do it here, right? Either way, I'll do it when I leave that day. I'll not touch it and just go through the sickness, whatever it is. But it's a long journey is what I'm saying. So I'll do another video tomorrow or tonight, whatever. It depends on how I feel. If I feel like shit, I'll definitely do a video. Check. I gotta do more tea, whatever it is, right? So just so everyone gets my perspective on this. So then they don't have to go through the shit I go through. They can avoid it by preparing themselves differently. I think that's the main point of this, to show people they're not alone, but we can see that with enough videos on there. But I don't see enough videos of the stuff how poppy seeds can really help this and really help you. So I know there is more now. When I started doing this 5 years ago, there was nothing on YouTube. There was like some opium videos and shit. But when I started looking up about 5-6 years ago, there was like some stuff on some kid OD'd on it in Australia, and there's very minimal stuff. It's more on growing poppies and latex, right? Getting the opium that way. But now, and when I looked before, like just the other day, I was like, wow, I was really surprised at how much information is there about poppy seeds. So maybe more people do know now and stuff, but they didn't when, like, there wasn't many people who knew when I was doing it. And there wasn't even much on the internet about it. It was like there was a lack of information. You could find it, but you had to search. And now I see you don't have to search as much. I don't know if that's because people make more relevance to it by searching it, so Google just, it's there more because more people look for it or something. I don't know. I don't really know how the algorithm works either. Just kind of talking the talk, I guess. So, yeah, I'm going to do this tea, and I'll keep everyone posted. Thanks. Take care.